Hi students, how are you? I hope all are fine and doing good. Stay at home and be safe. Eat healthy food. Avoid going out of your house. Drink lot of water. Take your food on time. Don't waste your food. Wash your hands frequently. Today we are going to see grade 7 English subject unit 1 prose 1 adventures of Don Quickside. Adventures of Don Quickside. Once upon a time, in a village called La Mancha in Spain, there lived a man who loved to read about knights. Every day he would read about courageous knights and the incredible adventures they had. He was so absorbed in these stories that he hardly remembered to eat or sleep. The days of night and squares of exciting adventures and romances come alive in the hilarious account of Don Quickside's travel. As years passed, Don Quickside imagined himself placed in the world of knights. He convinces Sancho Panza, a peasant from the same village, to be his squire. There lived the middle aged man in the village called La Mancha in Spain. Where he was living? He was living in La Mancha in Spain. What he loved to read books about courageous knights and the unbelievable adventures they had experienced. What he used to do? He used to read books about the knights, courageous knights, that also not simply courageous knights, and the unbelievable adventures they had experienced. He involved himself so much in these adventurous stories that he imagined himself to be one of them. Not only he read the story, he used that he is the hero of that story. Like that he imagined himself. He convinced a poor farmer Sancho Panza to be his squire. Squire means assistant here. Okay, a squire means assistant. So he selected Sancho Panza as his assistant. Okay, yeah. Next, Don sets on a journey in search of a squire. He meets Sancho Panza. Sancho, how would you like to become my servant and accompany me on a great adventure? Your servant? He is asking to Sancho Panza, whether do you like to become my servant and accompany me in a great adventures? For that he is asking, your servant. For that Don Quixote is telling, yes, if you serve me faithfully and honestly, I will reward you with an island. An island? Are you serious? He is telling, if you serve me as my servant, I will offer you an island. He is surprised and asked, an island you are going to give me? Are you serious? What you are talking, that you are telling truly only? Like that he is asking. Yes, master, I will come with you. I vow it upon my honor as a knight. So will you come with me? I am surely telling that I will give that island to you. So he accepted. Who accepted? Sancho Panza accepted to serve as a servant to his master, and he is going. The two men set out on a journey together. Now they both were traveling together. On the hill in front of them, they could see a large old windmill. When he saw it, Don Quixote's eyes began to sparkle. So, while they were moving together, they saw a hill. Hill means you know, no? Hill. Near that hill, there is a large old windmill. Large old windmill. When Don saw that, his eyes began to sparkle. Sparkle means என்னது ஒளி வீசுகிற மாதிரி. Okay, like that he is showing his eyes. Look, Sancho, how dare that hiders ogre black our path? What an ogre? Where, master? That is a windmill. He is telling, see here, that somebody is blocking our path. So I am going to fight with them. Like that he was talking. No, sir. For that, Sancho is telling, no, sir, it is not that. It is a windmill. That is a windmill. Like that he is speaking to them. I will tell you these are augurs, and if you are afraid of them, go aside and say your prayers while I engage them in comfort. Master, that is a windmill. Now again he is telling, okay means here Arakan, நம்ம தமிழில் சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா அரக்கன், ஓகேயா, like that. He is blocking our path. If you got frightened, you just move away and say your prayers. I will go and fight with him. Like that he was, Don is telling. For that, Sancho is telling, master, that is a windmill. Like that he is telling. Don Quixote flew towards the windmill and coiled with it. Ha! Prepare to face my spare ogre. Unfortunately, Sancho's shouts and warnings passed unheard. Don Quixote and Resonate charged the windmill at full speed. Master, are you right? See, I told you it was just a windmill. Did I not give you a fair warning? Look, Sancho, the ogre is more seriously wounded than I am. Okay, now he is telling he is going and fighting with that windmill. While he was throwing his spear on the windmill, he got wounded. So he is that Sancho is telling, see, look at that. I have told you before only that it is a windmill, but you did not listen, so you are badly wounded now. For that, Don is telling, no, no, see here, now how I have wounded. I wounded little only, but that aggro wounded maybe so much because I have posed to kill them, so it may be wounded so much. Like that he was telling. You are absolutely right. You are a great knight indeed, and you have defeated the fearsome windmill beast. Listen to me, Sancho. Somebody people will write our great exploits, but we must prove worthy of it honor by vanquishing villains and upholding justice. Do you understand? In fact, the windmill was working perfectly fine. Sancho did his best to dissuade Don Quixote from attempting anything else reckless. As Don Quixote and Sancho passed a farm, they saw a thick cloud of dust appeared. What he did, Don Quixote did not believe what Sancho is telling. He fight with the windmill and got knocked off to his horse. Sancho did his best to dissuade Don Quixote from attempting anything reckless. Okay, yeah. Next, what he is telling now, as they were passing the farm, they saw a thick cloud of dust. Thick cloud of dust. Seeing that dust of clouds, Don told him that there was undoubtedly a prodigious army marching in their direction. Some army persons are marching towards us, so we have to fight with them. Like that he was telling. Don started to name the leaders and principal knights in each army and to describe the different nations represented. How now, at least you must hear the neighing of steeds, the sound of trumpets, and the rattling of drums. I hear nothing but the fleeting of many sheep and lambs. Your fears prevent you from hearing or seeing right. But if you refuse to follow me to the battle, stand aside and I will go on alone. Hold, sir, come back. I entreat you, what madness is this? They are verily but sheep and lambs. Now, what he did, now Don Quixote thought it may be a great army marching in their direction. But Sancho knew that they were only sheep and lambs. Paying no heed to his squire, he charged at them with his horse Resonate. Okay, now what he is telling, he is thinking that he is imagining the sheep and lambs are like a marching force, but Sancho is telling no, no, that is not army persons, they are only sheep and lambs. I am hearing the sound of that. But Don is telling no, no, it is army persons only. Because of fearness you are not able to hear and see. I know everything. They are marching towards us, like that he was explaining to him. Don Quixote set spurs to resonate and charged into the midst of the ship. At these the frightened animals fled helter. The shepherds, seeing the cause of their disorder, pelting stones that soon he fell wounded to the ground. Ha ha ha! Did you see those cowards run? They are right to fear Don Quixote. Look, it is Don Quixote, the madman. The local peasants all thought Don Quixote was crazy. They laughed and taunted as he passed. What kind of beast did you beat this time? Ha ha! Did you finally get these evil sheep? Ha ha ha! Now he is fighting with the sheep. All the sheep went away. Okay, they were getting frightened and they are moving. Now Don is telling, see, because of my only I have beaten them, like that he was telling. The local farmers thought that he was crazy. They laughed and insulted him. They laughed and insulted them. Oh, no, master, listen very carefully. They are not welcoming us, they are mocking you. Sancho, look, see how the people welcome us. They must have heard of our great deeds. Don Quixote did not understand and thought the people were cheering for him. Very well, we shall speak no more of this today, but we need more adventures, Sancho. Yes, master, we need more adventures. Returned to his estate, Don Quixote realized that all his adventures were simply a product of this imagination. Don Quixote never embarrassed himself further by going on any more quest. But his house would always be full of children to whom he would tell the most fantastic stories about knights, squires, and noble quests, and all lived happily together, going on many more adventures in their imagination. Don Quixote did not understand why that local farmers are laughing at him. Okay, yeah. He thought that the people were cheering him. He returned. Because of that he has gone for many adventures, so they are making him happy, like that he is telling. He was thinking. He returned to his estates and realized that all his adventures were simply a product of his imagination. After returning to his estates only, he is thinking that all his adventures are only imagination. So he never embarrassed himself by going on any more quest. So after that he stopped going out the adventures, but he lived happily, imagining and narrating the most fantastic stories about knights and squires to all the children. So what he is doing, he is in his house, he collected all the children and he was narrating the stories of the knights and squires, the courageous deeds what they have done, like that he was narrating the story to the children. Once again, I am telling the story. There lived a middle-aged man in the village called La Mancho in Spain. He loved to read books about courageous knights and the unbelievable adventures they had experienced. He involved himself so much in these adventures stories that he imagined himself to be one of them. He convinced a poor farmer, Sancho Panza, to be his squire. ஓகேயா, அந்த மிடில் ஏஜ் காலத்தில் வந்து வந்து வாழ்ந்து வர்றான். அவன் வந்து என்ன பண்ணுறான், he loved to read books about அந்த அரசர்களோட வந்து வீர சாகச செயல்களை வந்து நிறைய வாசிக்கிறான். அதை போலயே வந்து தன்னை இமேஜினேஷன் பண்ணிக்கிறான். அவன் தான் வந்து வீர சாகச செயல்கள் செய்ய போகிறதா வந்து he imagined himself and he select the servant for him, Sancho Panza, a poor farmer. He select the person. The two men set up journeyed together. One on the way, they saw a large windmill. Dan Quixote imagined it to be an agre who was blocking their path. Though his squire tried to convince him that it was only a windmill, he didn't believe him. He fought with the windmill and got knocked off his horse. Sancho did his best to dissuade Dan Quixote from attempting anything riskless. Okay, now. While they were going, they saw the hill. Near that hill, old windmill was there. Seeing that windmill, he felt that it is a agar. Agar means arakan. Okay, yeah. He thought like that. And again, he was fighting with the windmill and he got wounded also. Again, they started their journey. While they are going, passing the farm, they saw a cloud of dust. Seeing that dust, he is thinking that some army person is marching towards them to fight with him. So he was fighted with them and he got wounded. Okay, the local farmers all are laughing at him. All are laughing at him, and because he is thinking that they are welcoming him and cheering him. He returned his estate. When he returned his estate only, he realized himself that all these adventures are simply a product of his imagination. He never embarrassed himself by going and on any more quest, but he lived happily, imagining and narrating the most fantastic stories about knights and squires to all the children. Next, just see ma. Next, homophones. Homophones. Homophones are the two words that are spelled differently but have the same sound. Spelling is different but the same sound. For example, sea. Can you see the birds flying over the sea? Night. Yesterday night, I saw a knight riding a horse. Right. Write the address on the right side of the page. Arms. She stretched her arms to receive the alms. Fair. The auto fare was not fair. Here. I can hear the roaring sound of a lion from here. Heard. The head of Curtil heard the ratting sound of the branches. Hour. It takes 1 hour to reach our destination. No one knows about this matter. Not. The knot is not right. Okay, yeah, this is the homophones. Okay, yeah. They explain the difference between these words by making sentences. One is done for you. Like that, they have made one sentence for you, and I have read the sentence also. If you want, write the same sentence. Otherwise, you can try it yourselves. Okay. Next, homonyms. Homonyms are spelled the same way but differ in meaning. Okay, yeah. The spelling is same but meaning is different. Okay, yeah. Same spelling but different meaning. Read the following sentences and write the meaning of italicized words. One is done for you. The bandages was wound around the wound. Wound means injury. Wound means past tense of wind. Next, fair. There is a fair. Odds of craft. Fair is weakened. Fair means here good. Fair means competition, exhibition. The woodcutter saw a huge saw in his stream. Saw means past tense of see. Saw, tool for cutting wood. Write the right answer on the right side. Right means one answer is correct, another one is direction. The well was dug by a well-known king. Well means a deep hole that is dug to get water. Well means another meaning, famous. We have March fast in March. March means it's a month of year, and another meaning is walking in a military manner. Can you get a can? Can is a modal verb requesting permission, and can is a vessel. How long will you live? Fish live without food. Live means living and not dead. Live, remain alive. She has tears in her eyes as she tears old photos. Tears, drops of liquid that come from your eyes. Tears pulled apart or to pieces with force. 10th one, I will be second in line if you wait for no 1 second. Second, number 2 in a sequence, second duration of time. Now, we have learned about homophones. Homophones are spelled differently, but spelling is different, but the sound is same. Here homonym means spelling is same but different meaning. That's what we have seen in this class. In this class we learned about the pros and homophones and the homonyms we have learned. Watch the video and complete the exercise given in the book page number. Okay children, thank you.